Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to episode number 18 of Short, Fat, and Balding, a podcast by Armchair Quarterbacks for Armchair Quarterbacks. As always, I am Travis, one of the three guys, who's going to navigate you through some sports debate for the next couple of hours. As always, we have Nico.
I am speed.
What's your 40 time?
I don't know. I want to know. Let's test that.
Hashtag content.
Yeah, hashtag get.
Hashtag content.
Check the TikTok for that.
I guarantee I could give James a 15-yard head start and still beat him.
I'm going to put you versus Molly.
Your
I
mini?
like that.
Yes. Ari is not a fair fight, but Molly,
Will
I
she
think...
run in a straight line, or will she try and...
Oh, no, she will not run in a straight line. She's incapable. She has, remember, autism.
Nice.
We also
take SWAT dogs. We can make them run 40s.
Perfect. And as you guys heard, we also have James.
Yeah, I suck and Ohio State sucks. Let's move on.
Week 2, baby. One more. Today, speaking of Ohio State, we're going to talk the college football playoff and whether the committee got it right or wrong. Shohei Ohtani, Shohei Ohtani is most likely going to be a Dodger. In other MLB news, there's some things, people moving, people doing things. And as always, we're going to talk NFL Week 13 recap, Week 14 predictions, all that and so very much more on this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding. Okay, boys, diving right into it. I know that Nico said wrong. I'm sure we've texted about it, and I just forgot what everybody's opinion was. But the college football playoff selection show was Sunday.
My brother made a very good point in regards to FSU.
Your brother?
Yeah, he made a good point.
Captain Bad Takes made a good take?
He made a good take. I didn't realize that Florida State lost their second string quarterback as well.
They did, but it's concussion protocol, so there's no way he'd be out for a month, you know?
Still
what? They just
to
shut down a top 5 offense in the nation with a third string quarterback.
I understand that. I didn't watch the game, but I thought I didn't realize that they were on their third string going into the selection show.
Yes.
Yeah, but well, here's the thing: you can't say necessarily that he won't be held out for a month with a concussion. It's happened.
Right.
I didn't see the hit. Depends on the hit, obviously. They dropped the ball.
Yes.
Plain and simple. There's no.
It's the SEC bias.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, surprised they didn't throw Georgia in there too.
Yeah. I think the only reason that they didn't is because obviously Washington and Michigan were locks. And then you can't put Alabama in and not put Texas in since Texas beat Alabama. I think that's the only thing. I think if Texas hadn't beat Alabama, we would have had Georgia and Bama in. So some things that people didn't. The argument is that it's if Florida State blah blah blah, they would have got their ass cold. They would have got their ass kicked. They didn't have their starting quarterback. They played a weak schedule. Blah blah blah. First of all, nobody from the SEC can tell me anything about weak schedules. But they scheduled LSU to start the season first of all, and whomped them. The ACC as a total went 6-4 against the SEC, so that just tells you the strength of that conference. We talked about it earlier in the year. Maybe you guys can chime in, but I don't think the SEC is necessarily so strong that it warrants an automatic bid from its champion if that champion has one loss and there are 3 other conference champions with undefeated seasons.
No, I, I get it. It's hard because there's always been a bias towards the SEC
Yes.
forever. Um, I'm happy with it going to 12. I think that opens the door so you can say you win your conference, you're in. Okay, it's an automatic bid. Sounds good. There's still 7 other teams that are getting in too. Um, I It's hard. I understand with FSU losing their starting quarterback and then losing, I mean, put it in quotes, losing their second string. I get the idea behind the committee, but it's the best 4 teams in college football right now. And as an undefeated Power 5 school, I think FSU deserves it over Bama. I think Bama got in strictly on the name alone. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's Nick Saban, it's Alabama. They're in. Which, to be fair, I think is bullshit.
Yep.
But
I think
but
everyone but Bama fans thinks it's bullshit.
Everyone but
yeah, and I
SEC
mean
fans. The SEC loves it.
Uh,
going into it, we all knew this shit was going to happen. We all knew, there was going to be a questionable team. I'm looking forward to Michigan just obliterating Alabama. That would make my life. And I hate the team up north.
Yeah.
Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. Do this shit. I hope Blake Corum runs for 290 yards, shatters records. I don't care. But I don't think Alabama deserves that. I think moving up Texas, okay, but Bama shouldn't have gotten in. I just
Right.
prove me wrong, bro. Prove me wrong. Let the championship be Texas, Alabama.
Right.
Show me I'm wrong. But I think, and I'm biased in the saying this, but I think Ohio State deserves it over Bama.
Oof. Hot take.
Honestly. Well, think about it. So,
I am.
yes, Alabama beat number 1 Georgia, but let's be honest, number 1 Georgia wasn't that threatening. You look at their loss, they lost to, was it Texas?
Alabama did.
And by proxy, apparently they were looking at who you lost to as well.
Yeah, and Texas lost
And
to
they
Oklahoma.
lost to, yeah. So, in my mind, if your one loss came to the new number 1 seed
Mm-hmm.
by 6 points,
Mm-hmm.
you deserve that shot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Michigan came in and blew out Ohio State. It was a fucking great game
Right.
until the very last second. Well, until the pick. But
Which, for all
I
intents
just
and
I don't.
purposes, was, I mean, you say the very last second, but that was in the last 2 minutes, and McCord's trying to push the ball downfield to score. So, I mean, it was the very end.
Yeah, actually, I think it happened in I think it was in the last 40 seconds.
Yeah, it was late in the game because I stopped what I was
Yeah,
doing.
it was. So, I think that supersedes. Okay, Bama beat the number 1 seed, but let's be honest. I've been saying it all year. Georgia, who have they played?
Right.
We have top 25 schools. Okay, but if your top 25 schools are all ranked in the bottom 17,
Right.
w- does it really count as a top 25? I mean, it counts as a top 25, obviously, but should we consider that a grand old win?
Right. And this is where,
Because we see FCS schools break in. You know what I'm saying?
right. And I think even Nico, who doesn't watch much football here, can probably assess the same thing that I'm about to say. I'm looking at an article from Yahoo that has like a side by side, and they say that Alabama has more top 25 wins than FSU, and Alabama's top win is, or no, sorry, FSU's top win is Alabama's third win because Alabama beat Georgia, they beat Tennessee, they beat Ole Miss, and they beat I forget who the last one was, but they were 1-5 or 1-9-13. It'll be LSU 1-9-13 and 21 respectively. But the thing is that the SEC as a whole is so overinflated that these schools get these rankings. I mean, LSU is ranked in the top 15 of the country with 3 losses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's I I don't like it.
No. And then they, Florida or Alabama against unranked opponents, they beat South Florida 17-3, which that's a school that you should beat by 30 points. They beat Texas A&M by 6. They beat Arkansas by 3. They beat Auburn. They needed to literally, Auburn that lost to New Mexico State, that Auburn, they needed a last second miracle on 4th and 31 to win that game. And you're going to tell me because they beat a Georgia team that didn't have 100% Brock Bowers, didn't have all their weapons, and was playing kind of flat, just was not having their best game. They beat them one day, and I know it's any given Saturday, but you're going to tell me that team is better than a team that's only really had one bad game. They beat LSU by 21, which is more than Alabama beat them by. They beat Clemson by 8. They beat Virginia Tech by 22. They beat Syracuse by 68 points. I mean, it was 41-3, but whatever. They beat a ranked Duke at the time by 18. Wake Forest by 30. Pittsburgh by 3 scores. I can't do quick math on that. Miami by a touchdown. And then Florida they beat by 9 points. So they're winning by 2 scores minimum on every single game, even the unranked games. Then you have Alabama, who goes in and barely gets by these shitty ass, 5 win teams. But their strength of schedule, they're so much stronger. They're such a better image. It's a better matchup. And then they're coming in. I'm pretty sure. What are they? Only 2.5-point dogs to Michigan right now?
That's gross.
Something like that.
I mean,
it's the name. It's literally the name. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's all it boiled down to is it's the name. And I mean, FSU, I think if they come in, because they have their bowl game against Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
If FSU comes in and just takes their day out on Georgia and wins by 20, 30, 40, I think the committee needs to reevaluate themselves. Because there's no... It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, honestly, I think even Texas, I think Oregon deserves to be in over Texas.
Really?
They lost twice. Yeah, 2 loss. Okay, grant you a 2-loss team. Both losses to the number 2 seed by 3 points. I get it. I get it. I understand that you're not going to have a 2-loss team in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if you look at the losses, it's 2 3-point losses to Washington.
Right.
You can't tell me that they don't deserve to be in there. Because if Washington comes in and blows the doors off people, guess what? Now you're sitting there going, huh, maybe Oregon should have been here. Oregon's the only one that's played them close.
Right. And the committee presses this exact conversation we're having along because they're cop out by saying, oh, FSU doesn't get in because we're responsible for putting the 4 best teams in the playoff, not the 4 most deserving. Well, if that's the case, you could make your argument like there, just like you can make an argument for Ohio State, just like you can make an argument for basically anybody in the fucking top 10, or I would say top 8. Like, That's such a stupid fucking measuring stick. Because best team is so subjective.
Yeah. The best what?
Yeah.
You're gonna put the best defenses in there?
Right.
Okay. Now you have
Iowa.
an all Big Ten.
Yeah.
You have Iowa, Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan.
Yeah.
If we're going just solely based on defenses, are you going best offenses? That knocks the Big Ten out.
Yeah, that knocks the Big Ten out and knocks the SEC out. It basically would be the Pac-12 and the Big 12.
Yeah, it would be Oregon, Washington,
Oregon, Washington, Texas,
I don't know.
FSU.
Yeah. So you can't. There's no So we're saying this group of, I don't know how many committee members there are. I think there's only like 5 or 6, isn't there?
No, I think it's,
Or is it
when I
bigger
saw
than
a
that?
picture, I think it was like 20 guys, and they're all old as fuck.
Yeah. So
Go figure.
we look at it and we're saying to these 20 guys who probably have to take meds to remember their names, we're going to say, all right, you're going to make the picks. They're not going to remember a week ago who did what. They're going to go based off this week alone. And I feel like that screwed them. And again, I feel the bias. You have to have a Bama in there. You have to have Bama or Georgia. One of those two teams was making the playoff regardless.
You don't, though.
You know?
Like you say, oh, we have to. James, did you know this?
No, but I'm saying that's the way they think.
I know, but did you know?
I'm not saying that.
Because they say it drives TV ratings, right? So you both know who Rich Eisen is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know he's a Michigan man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought up the fact that if you go by TV ratings, the Big Ten is the dominant franchise in college football. Because the number...
If you want ratings, you're rigging this shit so every year it's Ohio State, Michigan in the fucking championship.
Yes.
You want to bring it in? That's it right there. You have the game round 2 for a national championship. That's going to drive ratings.
Right. And then you have, it was like out of the top 10 games for 2023, the top 5 were matchups between Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and like high level Big Ten schools. And then the number 6 was an SEC matchup, but it was Florida State, Florida. It wasn't even like an SEC on SEC match. So like, you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, we have to have the SEC in there because the SEC drives views, they drive eyeballs. Like, no, the fuck they do not. Nationally speaking, It's the Big Ten that drives eyeballs, because the Big Ten and Notre Dame. Because Notre Dame, Ohio State was one of those games too. Like, those are the schools, because the SEC is regional.
Yeah, and Notre Dame's just, and it's a historic university, the history and stuff. Like,
right.
Notre Dame could just have a shit season, and guess what? They're still getting eyeballs on them.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense to me. None of it makes sense. Between the rankings and the college football playoff, none of it makes sense. You know? And I get Georgia played in their championship game. But let's be honest, Michigan played Michigan played Iowa.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, the real Big Ten championship every year is the game.
It is. Because that determines who gets to win it. Because the Big Ten West isn't competing.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think the Big Ten needs to get rid of the East and West, drop it. The top 2 teams in the Big Ten need to play each other. I think that's what needs to happen. Because you're handicapping your conference.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know, because if, say, Ohio State and Michigan was the game, and then it was the championship game, and it was Ohio State, Michigan again.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State wins it, which isn't out of the realm of possibilities because it was a good game.
Right. That's a serious. Especially this year, you play that game 10 times, it's probably 5-5.
Yeah, and even with Harbaugh there, because that other coach called one hell of a game. I will give credit where credit's due. He
Sharon
called
Moore?
one hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his first name.
Yeah.
But the Big Ten handicaps themselves by doing this because every year the West doesn't compete. I think the one outlier or two outliers was Wisconsin
The
and the
Jonathan
year
Taylor, Wisconsin.
yeah. And the year Michigan State had it figured out for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and now they're back to mediocrity. But you can't I feel like it's just hurting the Big Ten. Whereas the SEC being split up the way it is, they allow themselves to have your Alabamas and Georgias play in your conference championship game.
Well, yeah, because they purposely didn't put them in the same division. Alabama's the
So,
king of the SEC West, and Georgia's the king of the SEC East.
except for last year, it was Tennessee. No, it wasn't Tennessee.
Tennessee's in the East, and they're trying, but they're a long way out.
So I think the Big Ten needs to look at themselves and let it be so that Ohio State, Michigan can play in the conference championship against each other.
Well, they are. So next year, they're getting rid of divisions. So it's just going to be the two best records.
Perfect. Which throwing Oregon and Washington into it.
It's going to be fucking brutal. But they're going to play each other, and Michigan and Ohio State are going to play each other, and then Michigan gets Oregon and Ohio State gets Washington. So like it should still pan out where the two best teams are playing each other. But yeah, no, they got a lot of shit for that, and they also realized that adding 4 more teams to the West like made it unbalanced, so they just got rid of divisions.
And that's the way it should be. Now the Big Ten next year and years going forward, you can have a one-loss Big Ten team win your championship and get in. And then the team who finished second, if it's a close game, get in too.
Yeah. I mean, it's 12 teams, so we should realistically.
Well, yeah, 12 teams. So realistically, there'll probably be 3 or 4 Big Ten teams in there.
Yeah,
If we're being honest, with Washington and Oregon coming in, unless one of them colossally fails, you're gonna have 3 or 4 Big Ten teams.
If you look at the current college football playoff top 10, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Big Ten schools. So
let's look at one second.
Nico, did you settle on a team yet?
Thought we settled on me being an Oregon fan.
We did. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
We'll go Ducks.
So if they did 12,
go Ducks.
So they would be Michigan, Oklahoma for game, Washington, Mississippi, Penn State, Texas. That'd be one hell of a matchup to watch. Missouri, Alabama, Oregon, Florida State, and then Ohio State, Georgia.
Yeah, and the other thing is that the first round is in your barn. Your first game. They don't do the bowls until the Final Four.
So your first couple.
If you win more than
So
one,
you go from 10 to 6. So the first 2 would get a bye.
Yes.
And the bottom 10 would play. So it'd be looking at Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida State, Penn State, Georgia, Missouri, Ohio State, Oregon. I mean, that's some good football to me. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It got quiet, and I was like, but I think the move to 12 is going to be beneficial, and I think you're going to see. I say the first 5 years of it, you're going to have at least 3 championship games where one of the teams is going to be written off from the jump.
Yeah.
Like this year, like you would have like a Oregon, Missouri, Penn State, Mississippi, or Oklahoma win a championship. And I honestly can't wait for it because I'm tired of seeing the top 4, and I just 4 is too little of a number for a committee that's biased.
Yeah.
And they've proven time and time again they are biased.
Oh, absolutely.
So
And I don't know why I will never understand. And I know people can say it's the money, it's the investors, it's the commercials, it's whatever. But I will never understand why the FCS Division 1 AA, for those of you who remember that, can have, I believe it's a 16 team playoff. And Division 1 or the FBS can't handle it, like it's like it doesn't make any any sense. Like how can they handle that at their end, but the FCS is like, the FBS is like, no, we can't do that. That's not possible. They do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, 16 teams. So the top 16 teams, or no, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 plus 8, 24. So they do 24 teams. The bottom 16 play each other, and then the top 8 all get buys. And then the top 8 play, the top 4, and then the top 2. Like, how is that so difficult? We have, like, how can they tell me they make more money from having nothing of substance until the end of December? We literally will not have a meaningful matchup. There's a bunch of fucking bullshit bowls. Like, I'm sure, did Syracuse get 6 wins? I can't remember, but either way.
Syracuse got
Yes,
6
they did.
wins. They're playing another team they're playing. Who's that college that kept claiming they're national champions, even though they're nobody's school? Because they were undefeated. UCF.
Oh, okay.
UCF.
I remember the year that he's talking about.
Oh.
They went undefeated, and they tried to say that they're the national champions, and that the NCAA screwed them out of their getting into the playoff, even though
USF.
USF.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so they're playing in the fucking
that's who they're playing.
Boca roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl, baby. Sign me the fuck up. No.
How do we get a short, fat, and balding pod bowl?
Well, we got to get a lot of money.
Okay.
And then we can do that. And we can do exactly what Barstool does and go camp out at the place for a fucking week. And have interviews, and because I had the Barstool Bowl in Arizona. I don't know.
Some of these bowls are just fucking wild.
The Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl. Man, North Carolina came all the way down, huh?
Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl.
Yeah, East Post Hawaii Bowl. 68 Ventures Bowl. The fuck?
Famous Toastery Bowl.
I
found it.
This is my favorite one. James Madison.
I swear to God.
I'm glad they got in.
Oh, no.
The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl.
I found the best one.
If you say the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl?
No, it's UTSA versus Marshall in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
See, it's a fucking joke, bro. It's a fucking joke.
All right, hold on. Real quick while I got you. We're talking about this. Make up a bowl name for me. Give me a good one. Both of you. Someone.
The Preparation H Toilet Bowl.
No.
I like it.
Now, why in the fuck is that where your head goes?
because I was like, "What's a funny bowl?" And you know,
So
I
here's what I'm
guess.
doing. I'm taking two teams you never want to see in a matchup and calling it the Plan B Bowl.
so Bowling Green versus Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
But like, you
You wake
cannot
up in the morning and you see that on TV and you're like, I don't want to do this, and then you just pop a pill and it's gone.
convince me
The Plan B Bowl.
that people would rather have, you know, NC State and Kansas State play in the Pop Tarts Bowl when they could just play in a
That's a
fucking.
thing?
Yes, it is on Thursday, December 28th, when everybody's like, I want to watch a college football game at 5:45. Tickets as low as $23.
Jesus.
But
That's
They
actually
should be.
a ranked matchup.
I know that's why I picked it, because it would be like they're in the top, so they would play each other in the hypothetical FCS bracket or FBS bracket. That's why I picked that matchup.
Trev, do you have it up in front of you?
All the bowls,
Yeah.
yes.
Notre Dame versus Oregon State.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Fuck you. Why is it Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl? It's not Kellogg's. It's not Frosted Flakes. It's just Tony the Tiger himself is sponsoring that fucking bowl.
And neither of them are a fucking tiger mascot. That is a letdown and a half.
Also, can we make it illegal to have the Cotton Bowl in Texas?
Yeah, that almost feels like a rally.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, Toledo versus Wyoming. That's actually kind of a hot matchup.
I would watch that game.
Yeah. It's on the CW. Wow. Tickets as low as $12. You boys want to go to Tucson?
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking fly across the country. Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. Oh.
This is just
Anyways,
Did you guys know that the Pinstripe Bowl is now sponsored by Bad Boy Mowers?
that's pretty cool though.
yeah.
Yep. It's the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. It's Rutgers, Miami this year.
Wow, I can't wait to watch that. Just like I can't wait to
Yeah,
watch
make
the.
sure
Just like I can't wait to watch the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Georgia Southern at Ohio. Or
just
the Eletta, New Mexico Bowl. Or the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. All these things, I just cannot wait. What a thrilling day. Famous
a
toaster
76 Birmingham Bowl.
Wait, Totino's doesn't sponsor the Fiesta Bowl anymore?
No, dude, they're lost. They're all lost. It's the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. It doesn't even make sense. Cheez-It's not citrusy. It's Verbo Fiesta Bowl. And the Orange Bowl is, well, Orange Bowl's been Capital One for a while, so I'll shut up about that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Chick-fil-A's been with the Peach Bowl for a while too. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
An All-State Sugar Bowl. Yeah, the only fucking loser is the Citrus Bowl. And the whatever one you said.
The Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah. Verbo. Fucking Verbo, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You really think we're gonna sit down and watch?
Bowl.
We're gonna sit down and watch Liberty versus Oregon and be like, you know what I need right now? A rental house. I need a vacation home. Good thing this bowl is sponsored by Verbo while I'm blackout eating fucking buffalo chicken dip in the fucking back porch of my friends. Good thing we got this Verbo so I can pass out in a bed I don't know. Fuck you. Tostitos was perfect.
Also, the only one that has the sponsor backwards is the Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com. So you know how they always list the sponsor first.
Yes.
Yeah, no, this is the only one that has the sponsor listed last.
I appreciate that. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Valero Alamo Bowl. I didn't know Valero was it's Texas. That would be oil. All right. Also, why
Anyways,
why is the Fenway Bowl just sponsored by Wasabi?
Is that a
yeah,
brand?
and that one,
I don't know.
that
It
I'm
has to be a
sorry.
brand.
If your bowl's gonna be called the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, make it spicy.
Oh, dude, it's not even. It's for cloud storage.
It's what?
Yeah, I just googled it. I googled the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, and Wasabi, the company, has a link to like why they're sponsoring the bowl, and it says I went to products, and it says hot cloud storage, surveillance cloud, NAS, direct connects, bucket replication, cloud snake manager. Like this is an IT support company for businesses. Ransomware recovery. What the fuck? Why are they called Wasabi? This is false advertising. They don't even sell any wasabi. It's not even like a side
This is
thing. Like
false
not even they have
advertising. Sue them.
podcasts. What?
I'm gonna sue them.
Yeah, so am I. False advertising. Like I went to Wasabi
Yeah.
and I wanted wasabi, and instead I got support for my stolen identity. And they'll be like, I don't really know what you're upset about. I wanted my face to burn off, and that's not happening. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
And they have an office in Kosovo. They're Russian spies.
Huh. Clearly.
You know what? I can't say that. We're gonna get sued. I don't mean that. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. They have offices. They have offices in Boston, Massachusetts. It makes sense that they sponsor the Fenway Bowl. Perfect. They're a great company. They have the 2023 best places to work for the Boston Globe and builtin.com. Best tech work culture finalist for the Timmy Awards. We all know what that is, right? So this seems like a great place.
I have no idea what the Timmy Awards are.
Seems like a great place. Please, we are not rich enough for you to sue us.
Yeah. So it's just the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, brought to you by Vladimir Putin. So carrying on.
Oh my god.
You can't. You're going to be the reason we get canceled.
They're exact. Listen, you don't know this yet, James, but I'm gonna go in when we're doing the studio, and I'm putting a fucking like almost like an emergency call button under my part of the desk so I can mute you without you knowing it.
That's fine. I'll just scream. You guys' mics will pick me up.
No, not if they're good mics.
That's
yeah,
fair.
not if they're one directional mics.
Yeah. You think we're gonna get omnidirectional mics? No, that's just begging for fucking problems.
That's fair.
The Caesars Superdome in New Orleans?
Yeah, it's not the Mercedes-Benz Superdome anymore.
What?
Yeah,
What?
it's sponsored by Caesar's Palace.
What?
It has been for the last couple of years, man.
No.
Okay, guess I'm wrong.
The Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas? What the fuck? What is that? Where is that? What is that? Who plays there? Southern Methodist University.
That would SMU.
Is SMU in that bowl? No, that'd be fucking wild.
If you look at the military bowl that we were just talking about, neither of those schools are affiliated with the military.
I'm pretty sure one of them's Air Force.
No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Air Force.
The Lockheed
I
Martin.
was just looking.
Oh, no, we're talking about the Armed Forces Bowl.
Oh, I was like, there's two. Yeah, military bowl presented by GoBowling.com. Yeah, we got Tulane.
Yes, that one.
We got Tulane and Virginia Tech in that. But I was like, no, the Lockheed Martin one is definitely has Air Force in that bitch.
The Armed Forces Bowl, yes, but the military bowl does not.
Do you think it would be kind of funny if they did the Lockheed Martin military bowl, but then the flyover was a Boeing plane?
Yeah.
I was like, is that too highbrow? Did you guys not get that?
No, I got it. I would chuckle.
Me too. Lockheed Martin. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay, moving on from sponsors that we're inevitably going to get sued by. Great. The college football playoff was incorrect. We are looking forward to next year when we have 12 teams in the playoff. And yeah. Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is probably
There
going to
you
go to the
go.
Dodgers.
Nice segue.
Thank you. I just said enough times until Ani came out of my mouth.
So- Stroke check. Yeah, so actually in news tonight, Alex Verdugo is going to Yankees. Hopefully that means adios muchacho to Giancarlo Stanton.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice.
It'd be ideal.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to piss you off with this trade. I'm going to piss you
I
off with
can't
this
wait.
Alex Verdugo trade. If you look at the stats between Aaron Hicks and Alex Verdugo over a full 182, they are almost identical.
It's a 1 year. He's only going to be on the team for a year, though.
Hold on.
Wow.
I wonder if
looking at
it's
it
a
earlier.
trading piece.
This was posted 5 days ago. Or no, sorry, last month. Alex Verdugo versus Aaron Hicks in 2023. Verdugo, 324 on base, 100 OPS plus, 98 WRC plus, 13 home runs, and 2.0 F/WAR per 600 plate appearances. Aaron Hicks, 353 on base, 106 OPS plus, 109 WRC plus, 15 home runs, and 1.9 WAR.
Wow. Can I ask you a question?
I'm
So,
wondering if they
ask me a question? Yeah,
picked
sure.
up Verdugo to use him as trade bait.
What the fuck is WRC plus?
Isn't it like WAR?
I don't know exactly what it stands for. Hold on.
Weighted runs created plus.
Yeah.
WRC plus takes the statistics runs created and adjusts that number to account for important external factors, ballpark or era. It's so that a C100 is league and that 150 would be 50 above league average.
James, I'm not gonna lie to you. If
Mhm.
you ended up being a fucking like cyborg, I wouldn't be shocked.
Why?
Just when you listen to the episode, you'll know.
Oh, is it acting up again?
Just sometimes.
It is on our end.
Just sometimes.
Right now?
No.
Or is it just randomly?
Right
It
now.
did while you were going through the. Yep, there it goes.
There it goes.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, dude, you're playing on a fucking glorified like
Kindle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I lost the word. Tablet.
Anyways, for example, a player who has his home games at hitter-friendly Coors Field would have a lower WRC plus than a player who posts identical stats at a pitcher-friendly Oakland Coliseum. So it's just runs created based on where you're playing and all that other shit, which I think analytics is starting to do crazy fall.
Yeah, it honestly, dude, analytics is getting over the fucking top.
Like, I feel like some of it you look at it and they're like, we got to have this player because he has a WRC plus of 300, and it's like, okay, but his
Jesus
fielding
Christ.
shit.
3 times the league average? Are you?
What?
You know what I
Or you
mean,
just?
Nico? I'm just.
He's just
It's an
spitballing.
exaggeration.
It's hyperbolizing.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't take everything I say so seriously.
Yeah.
Well,
Ew!
So
What the fuck, dude? You can't fucking get a mute button, bro. Someone just. That was so nasty, dude. Your mic is not working all fucking night. And then I heard that clear as day, like you hit a fucking sound machine. What is happening over there?
oh,
Oh my god. This is wet, dude. Go fucking wipe your ass. So gross. The fuck?
can't fucking
oh.
breathe.
It's so fucking stupid.
That's gonna itch when it dries.
Oh my god. Like, Jesus.
Speaking of things that are drying up, I'm hoping this ridiculous trade is a way to make some space. What I do is that they're going to trade away Dominguez. That worries me deeply.
They're never gonna get rid of Dominguez. That's not a worry you need to have.
Well,
Did you
I
see
have
that
anxiety. I worry
there
about
was
things I
like
shouldn't all the time.
there was trade rumors involving Mike Trout, and then the GM was like, "That's really stupid to think that. Why would we ever trade Mike Trout?"
That's like when during the preseason this year, they were talking about there's trade talks about T. Higgins and Duke Tobin, the Bengals, whatever his title is, came out and was like, listen, it's our job to make our team better, not other teams. If you want a wide receiver, go get one. Like,
The
Mike
only
Trout
way
ain't
you
going
don't see
anywhere.
Mike Trout in an Angels jersey is if he retires.
Oh, Nico, you know what made me feel a lot better about tonight?
What's that?
The Islanders lost to the Sharks.
Hey, yo.
They lost to a team that's 2-11-0 on the road.
I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
You didn't think you were allowed to lose to the Sharks?
Yeah, I thought that was in the rules
James,
somewhere.
did you not watch our game against the Sharks? We were up 6-3 and only won the game 6-5.
Yeah, it was not great. We've given up 5 goals in our last 2 games.
Oh.
To shitty
Listen.
fucking teams. Dog shit teams. And you know who was the fucking best player on the ice tonight? Vladimir fucking Tarasenko.
Yep.
Fucking
Good for him.
no.
Well, he's not allowed to have a
You
good
Oh,
day.
he
the
is.
fuck
It's
up with that
fine. He's
nonsense.
great. He's good. He should be in blue.
Absolutely.
Fuck Patrick Kane. That was a waste of fucking time. But I would have loved for them to re-sign Vladdy.
I love Tarasenko.
Release Capo
I loved him in St. Louis.
Free up the cap space because he's ass. And sign Vladimir Tarasenko.
Such a fun name to say.
I know it is.
Capo Caco.
Hold on. Oh, that's not the name that I thought we were gonna.
Did I tell you that my
What?
dad says Paco Taco?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was just thinking that. That's why I started laughing.
Gonna get the
It's like
the
in
number
Taco.
number 24 Taco Paco jersey. Gonna get it custom made.
Oh,
Gifted
Mr.
to him for
Gibo.
And
Christmas.
every time he says his name, he says it like Tim Allen from the Santa Claus when he goes ho ho shisha. Like he's like Taco Paco. Like every time without the same exact way every time. And I'm like, you couldn't.
Gift him that jersey for Christmas
But
for
then
the love of everything.
the best part about that story is he says that name, and I'm like, you could not be farther off from what his name is. And he goes, "Oh yeah, what's his name then?" And I tell him, and he just is in such disbelief. He goes, he thought I was trolling him. He goes, "Oh yeah, Caco, dude. All right." I'm like, "Yes, that's his name, Kaapo, Kakko." He's like, "Oh, KKK, you're wrong." I'm like,
Oh.
I have to go manually add another K later on. But yeah, so that was a nice little tidbit there. So the Rangers didn't have the only failure tonight. Is there any other cool baseball news? While we're on the topic, or
Not really. I think winter meetings just started.
Robert says
I think they
Ohtani
start
and the
next week.
Dodgers met for 3 hours today. Padres Schilt will meet Soto in Miami. Guardians win MLB draft lottery despite 2% odds. Who the fuck cares about the MLB draft lottery? Name the last time. I think Bryce Harper was the last number 1 overall pick that mattered.
Right.
Rangers add pitcher Yates for 1 year, $4.5 million.
Kirby?
Yeah. Ohtani's secretive free agency is a shame for the sport, written by the fucking Buster Olney. Why? Because you didn't make your job easy, Buster? Shut up. It's really hard to be an
Because
insider.
Ohtani's agent came out and said if any news gets leaked, we're not going there.
Right. Unnecessarily joyless, he calls it. Completely antithetical to the way Ohtani competes and the way he loves his craft. All right, dude. Calm down, Buster. I like you, but like, let's not jazz this up. All right, it's not poetry.
Who's the top free agents this year? Obviously,
Shohei Ohtani,
Shohei.
Juan Soto.
I don't think
Thought
he's a
Juan
free
Soto
agent,
was a
though, is
trade.
he? Yeah, he's not a free agent.
Juan Soto would be a trade. So we got Shohei Ohtani.
Josh
I'm
Hader.
not even going to try and pronounce that. Yamamoto.
Yoshinobu.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said, actually.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
We got Blake Snell. Cody Bellinger.
Yep.
Aaron Nola.
Apparently, Bellinger is asking for upwards of $250 million for whatever his contract is.
Fuck Cody.
Yeah, good luck, bud. Josh Hader. Sonny Gray. Oh, remember when he was a Yankee and I almost offed myself?
Sonny Gray?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How's that different from any other week?
Well,
that's a fair point.
Sonny Gray had a fetish for watching the ball leave the stadium. So he would just throw it over the middle plate and let him fucking hit home runs.
So does Garrett
was a
Cole in the
scrub.
first inning. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he won a
I
Cy Young.
hope. Yeah, but here's the thing. Sonny Gray perfected his craft and he could do it the whole fucking game. I hope the Yankees bring back Monty. That'd be kind of nice. JD Martinez and Matt Chapman.
I want to see them go after Blake Snell and Monty. Now that Sevy's gone.
I want to see him.
Yeah, he's on the Mets. RIP, chance for playoffs. So really, it's not that big. Whit Merrifield. I thought he was.
Who's Eric Fetty?
Oh, fun little stat that I saw earlier today. Max Scherzer is in the top 4 of payroll for 3 different teams this year.
God bless him.
Good for him.
He's he's second on the Mets, third on the Nationals, and fourth on the Rangers.
Ooh, you know who is? You know who else is a free agent? And I would not mind seeing him back in pinstripes.
Stephen M. Gibo.
If it's not a catcher, I'm gonna fucking fight you.
It's not a catcher.
God damn it.
Can't wait to watch
It's
that
Gio.
fight.
Who?
Gio Urshela?
Yeah. Who? What catcher were you talking about?
No, I just wanted not. I wasn't talking about a catcher in any particular catcher. I just think the Yankees need a better catcher.
You don't
Yeah,
like Kyle
well.
Higashioka?
No.
I mean, his name's fun to say.
It is very fun to say.
Well, they still got
That's about the
Trevino, don't
only
they?
good thing I have to say
Honestly,
about him.
his name sounds like a super weeby kid who grew up with no friends and then legally changed his name.
Yeah,
I wish
Like his name was actually
Jose
Kyle
Trevino.
Johnson.
I think his name would be a lot more fun if it was Jose Higashioka.
Why?
It would just be funner.
he's Japanese, right?
Yeah, I think he's Japanese American. With last name like Higashioka, he fucking better be.
Yeah,
He's definitely Japanese.
he's like first or second generation Japanese American. But yeah, his first name should be fucking Jose.
Yeah. He's fucking stupid. James is always stupid.
I'm just saying his name would be more fun. I think you're going to see a lot of Austin Wells this year. The Yanks.
The Atlanta Braves got the 2025 All-Star game.
Nice.
They had it a few years ago, didn't they?
No, they lost it in 2021
Oh, that's right. That's
because
right.
of the old fucking
Fetus deletus.
yeah. The Rangers are
They
hosting
got rid
next
of the
year's.
scoops.
And then the
be
2026 game is being held in Philadelphia to mark the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
That's going to be a party. We should plan on going to that.
Where?
Yeah. Eat some apple pie.
The 2026 All-Star game in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds
Let's
fun.
go.
Sounds fun. James, okay, we can do that, but James, you are getting a written list of rules for going to the city of
Why?
Philadelphia.
Why?
Because you struggle with keeping your fucking mouth shut.
So?
And Philadelphia, if anything, is the city of fuck around and find out. And I don't want to be on the TikTok end to find out.
No. It's the city of brotherly love, and I'm a boy, therefore...
Well, they're going to brotherly
they have to
shove you
brotherly
into a
love me.
fucking sewer, so...
That's fine. I know what I'm doing. I used to work on a sewer crew.
Yeah, you won't get like immediate
He
PTSD
can't even
and
fit down the
paralyzed.
manhole, man.
They're big manholes, man. It's a big city.
Hey, whoa. Hey,
What?
it's gender neutral holes. Maintenance holes is what we're calling them now.
Is that a real thing? Is that a real thing?
Oh, that's absolutely a real thing.
Oh, I'll have to
It's a
tell
whole
my...
thing. That's why they're not allowed to have men working signs anymore.
I'll have to tell my boss because he calls the hatches and the fermenters manways.
Yeah, well,
Looks like it's just a way
it's
now.
about to get canceled.
Well, there's only 2 of us there, so unless I cancel him, I think that he's okay.
You heard it here. Hold on.
You tried. You tried. You did try. Yes, you did.
You heard it for there.
Oh, all right.
Jesus.
We're gonna move on.
You heard it here first, folks.
We're gonna move on to football. We've been talking
Hold
about this
on.
shit for an hour.
I'm gonna go do a set of vitals real quick.
A set of vitals. Okay, you should probably do a bump of coke too.
Yeah.
All right, Pierre Peck. All right, football time, huh? Thursday night game, Cowboys and Seahawks. Cowboys handled it.
Luis Knox.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, who? No, it was Cowboys Weasnox.
It was Cowboys Weasnox. The Weasnox played really well. Geno Smith actually outperformed Dak Jones. What the fuck? Dak Prescott.
Hey.
Geno Smith, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. And the 1 pick.
Were you confusing him with Daniel or Jerry?
I was actually confusing him with Mac. It's Mac Jones.
Oh, that too?
Yeah. DK Metcalf, receiver of the day, 6 receptions, 134 yards, 3 touchdowns. DK Metcalf, have yourself a day on Deron Bland, by the way. Even if Deron Bland did have the 1 pick. And the pick was at a crucial point of the game, but overall he just got gassed. He's Trayvon Diggs Jr. But
Agreed.
I don't think, and I've listened to a couple talking heads, and I don't think that this was a particularly good showing for the Cowboys. I think people wanted them to do what the 49ers did, and consistently it seems like when the Cowboys are up against good opponents, they kind of like drop the ball and they seem to have that killer instinct. So this kind of once again capitulated that belief. But I mean, there's not much Cowboys discussion to be had. We all feel the same way. They could literally go 17-0 and we'd all be like, all right, let's see what you do in the first round. Like it doesn't the narrative is the same. So whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Speaking of games that were let down, are we gonna talk about Chargers Patriots?
Well, I'm gonna get my pain out of the way. Okay, I'm not going to. I'm an Eagles fan. We all know this. Go Birds, fly Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
The Eagles got their fucking asses kicked all over their home turf, and I will admit that through and through. There are issues I have with the game that are solely based on performance and decisions. I do not beget the referees. I do not, whatever. They had the fucking 49ers, the same referees we had, and I'm not that fucking kind of fan. But I'll say this. Jalen Hurts shouldn't be throwing the ball 50 times. DeAndre Swift shouldn't only have 4 carries at the end of the half. Brian Johnson needs to dial up something fucking creative in the red zone because fuck me, that was embarrassing. And the Eagles need linebackers like a fucking hooker needs an STD test, man. It is bad. They are a wide open, gaping hole, just up the middle, nobody there. The reason why Deebo Samuel breaks away across on a fucking slant pass is because there's nobody in the middle to cut him down, and by then he's just wide fucking open and goes for 48 yards. George Kittle all over the field, Christian McCaffrey all over the field, because once you get past that D-line, there's nobody fucking there. So I'm glad we went out and got Shaq Leonard. Not that he's great, but he's something. And then hopefully we get Nakobe Dean back. But overall, shit performance. Hopefully the boys regroup and go into Dallas and give them a shit kicking at home because, yeah, we lost the game, but fun fact, we're still number 1 in the NFC. So fuck you, San Francisco. And also
number 1 in the NFL.
Right. And also, San Francisco fans, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it one fucking time. Act like you've fucking been there before. I am the fucking shit talking that I see out of a fan base, and it happens with the Cowboys too. The fucking regular season doesn't fucking matter. You could go in and win the game 50-7, but if you walk into Philadelphia or Philadelphia walks into wherever the fuck you are, what, San Jose, what you pretend that I know you're not in San Francisco, so whatever fucking fake ass city you're from, where the Levi's Stadium is, and you guys get beat fucking 23-7 or 30-14 or whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's 33-30. You get beat that day, that's what fucking matters. So you can go ahead and you can put the crown on your head and call yourselves the regular season fucking champions and do all that shit. But just ask the NHL how regular season champions work out, because usually it doesn't end in a fucking nice big trophy. So act like you fucking been there before.
Santa Clara.
Yeah, exactly.
Santa Clara is where they're located.
Act like you fucking been there before. I'm going to back off on the Purdy hate. I'm going to back off. I still don't think that he's the second coming of Christ in a quarterback form, but I definitely think that he's better than I thought he was. There were a few times where his mistakes are made up for the fact that he has Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, but whatever. So,
How the fuck are you going to be called the San Francisco 49ers when you're an hour away from San Francisco?
That's what I mean. They're just like the Jets and the Giants. They're fucking fake. But yeah, so that's my piece on that game. The Eagles, they got handed to them. The San
Hold
Francisco.
on.
I'm
It's
holding.
part of the metro area.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why is it that we can have why is it that the Knicks, the fucking Rangers, the fucking Mets, the fucking Liberty, the fucking Yankees, why everybody else can play in the city? But the Jets and the Giants got to play over in Newark across the river. Yeah, cuz they're fucking fake.
They don't play in fucking Newark.
Dude, East Rutherford is closer to Newark than it is to Manhattan.
Actually,
yes. So they're the New Jersey Jets, as far as I'm concerned, and they're the kind of New York Giants. Anyways, my point being, Eagles got their ass kicked. 49ers fans, grow the fuck up and act like you've been there. Talk shit in January and February like the rest of us do. Moving on. Colts Titans. Minshew Mania.
fuck yeah.
He goes, fuck yeah. All right, the Titans are they're fugazis too. Moving on to game of the week. I can't even get through saying that. Chargers
Patriots, where literally whoever didn't watch it won.
So this is my stat of the week. This game. Can you guys guess what the stat of the week is?
What?
Well, I said guess, so
I don't want to.
James.
What? Sure, I'll throw out a guess for you, Trav, like
Yeah.
a good co-host.
Thank you.
He
goes, I don't.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say the bad stat is that.
Well, who said it was a bad stat?
Oh,
Nope, just stat of the week, and it has to have come from this game. So hold on.
I did literally say this game is my stat of the week.
Oh yeah.
It is the lowest scoring Patriots game ever.
No, it's their. Hold on. No, I know this one. It is their third straight loss while allowing 10 or fewer points since 1938.
They're the first team since 1938 to do that. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. First team since 1938 to have 3 straight losses while giving up 10 or fewer points. They also haven't scored a touchdown in a while, I think.
No, they did.
They scored one against the Giants.
Yeah, but to be fair, everybody scores a touchdown against the Giants.
True.
Oh, they scored it in the third. I thought they scored it in the first.
Even the bye week.
I thought they scored it in the first quarter. I thought it was like going on 7 quarters without scoring a touchdown.
I mean, the defense is looking okay.
The defense is looking great. But I don't know, man. Like, I texted Nate and I was like, with all due respect, Nate, that was a loss. Like, you got to go in there and you got to beat the brakes off that team. Like, that should have been like a game where they could get their mojo back. Put up 30 points.
They say weather tormented the offenses, so it must have been raining.
Football. Hand the ball to Austin Eckler and grow up.
Real.
Next game is the Lions.
Speaking of hand the ball to Austin Eckler.
What about it?
He had 14 carries for 18 yards.
Right. Sam Laporta has a career day, 9 receptions, 140 yards. The Lions hold on for dear life against the Saints after jumping out to a 21-0 lead in the first 7 minutes of the game. So the fact that they only won that game by fucking 5 points is alarming. The Falcons somehow beat... Dude, listen to this. Dude, this feels fake. The Jets box score. First quarter, 2 points. Second quarter, 3 points.
Yep.
Third quarter, 3 points. Final score 13-8.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure they got that safety on the first drive.
Also, Tim Boyle was released today, so the
I saw that.
The Jets are going back to Milf Hunter.
Nope.
But they are.
They're going to Trevor Siemian, aren't they?
No, they're going to ride out with Trevor Siemian.
Ugh.
Zach Wilson does not want to be the starter.
Yeah, but Robert Saleh was on the thing saying today, like, Zach Wilson wants to play. So, and then Rodgers...
listen,
he wants to play.
Aaron Rodgers had a bit about that.
Yeah, he defended him.
Aaron Rodgers also loves Zach Wilson.
I know he
did
does.
not see that coming.
He thinks like Aaron Rodgers legit thinks that he can like help turn Wilson's career around. He loves him. He thinks he has all the fucking it factors.
Meanwhile, Wilson's trying to turn his mom around.
James, the next game. I mean, you had to be happy with that outcome with the Cardinals walking into whatever the fuck the name of Heinz Field is now and just beating the fucking brakes off of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Isn't it Heinz Field?
Is it still Heinz Field?
No, it's like Allegiant or something like that.
Yeah,
no,
Allegiant's
Acrisure.
Yeah, Acrisure Stadium. They call it Heinz Field at Acrisure Stadium is what they call it. So.
Yeah, which is just their fancy way of saying we sold out and had somebody buy our...
Yeah, we're one of the most iconic franchises in history, but yeah, we sold out our fucking shit, so cowards.
I can't say anything. The Bengals gave up naming rights to their stadium too,
Yeah,
but they also did it. They had to pay Joe Burrow. But they also had to pay Joe, so they needed money.
Should pay me. Anyway,
okay.
so I assume you're pleased with that outcome, obviously.
Yeah.
With the Bengals overperforming last week, Steelers underperforming, the AFC is still within reach for your fucking Tigers. So,
it won't happen, but yeah.
The Dolphins, in their typical way of playing shitty teams, 45 points. Devon A-Chain, 73 yards. Tyreek Hill, I'm pretty sure he had 2 70-plus yard touchdowns.
78.
I know he had one for 78.
78 and 60, so 260 plus.
Okay, which is ridiculous. On the season, he's sitting at 93 receptions for 1,481. So it's 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, and there's still, 4 weeks to go?
They have 5 games left. There's a TikTok teacher I follow now. She's covering it. He has to get like 130 yards
a game to get to 2,000.
Or no, 112 yards. Or no, 103 yards to get.
What the fuck is the number,
2,000.
James?
103. She did it so because the record was in a 16-game season.
Oh, okay.
So he has to get 130 in 4 of the next games in order to break it in 16 games, or 102 in the next 5.
I like how
just
ESPN Fantasy yards. Football says that Tyreek Hill is rostered in 99.9% of leagues. I want to know what 0.1% he's not.
Yeah. I don't think they have anybody that's 100% rostered.
He's the first non-quarterback that I can remember in a long time that's in legitimate MVP conversation.
Yeah. And rightfully so.
Yeah, he's earned it. I mean, I don't think the Dolphins...
Since Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Right. The Dolphins aren't who the Dolphins are without Tyreek Hill. And you can't convince me otherwise, which that's my definition of an MVP. It's not whoever put up the prettiest fucking numbers. It's, can your team deal without you? I don't think that the Dolphins and Tua are as good without Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Moving on. Broncos-Texans. The Texans win 22-17. The Broncos end their being the hottest team in football. I believe they're on 5 wins. Or getting knocked.
Yeah.
Yep. So
they lost to a good team though. So
they did, and they lost in Houston. I don't know how much of a home field it is, but it still is home field. And the biggest loss of that game is the Texans losing Tank Dell.
Yeah.
That's a rough loss, I believe.
They still have Nico Collins though.
They do still have Nico Collins, but I think he broke his leg, right?
No, he's back.
No.
Tank Dell.
Oh, Tank Dell, yeah.
It didn't look good.
Yeah, I thought so.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. He had to get carted off the field. I don't think he's not coming back.
I knew
this
he
season.
got carted off, but I couldn't I didn't know if it was soft tissue or hard tissue. Or I say hard tissue, bone. But I talked to somebody and they said they thought he broke his tibia.
Fibula.
Yeah. We'll call it a shin bone because I don't fucking know which one's which.
Hey, at least the Texans had the common courtesy to bring him out on a cart instead of fucking making him walk all the way back.
No. Trevor Lawrence
We'll get
denied
to
that
that.
cart.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Buccaneers barely got by the Panthers, which is a loss in and of itself. Player of the game, is it Chuba Hubbard or Chuba?
Cuba.
Chuba Hubbard? Okay, so Chuba would be way better.
Yeah.
But 25
It
carries, 25 carries for 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's significant offense for the Panthers, who are fucking anemic at best. So, you know, if they can build that running game, I think they can open up Bryce Young. And if you, dude, I sat down and watched, I think, a 15-minute breakdown of Bryce Young. It's like, I would say it's more than half just the fact he has shitty receivers. I mean, he's hitting dudes wide open and they're like dropping passes and shit. So,
Yeah.
The Rams, after me picking them to be the first overall pick for the year, 36-19 over the Browns, and they are in playoff contention in the NFC. Puka Nacua, 105 yards. Matt Stafford, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, have a day, boys.
Yeah.
The Packers took care of it at home. Nico and James, good job picking that. Lambeau remains a home field.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about
as soon
this.
as you mentioned snow,
Chiefs fan.
as soon as you
Right.
mentioned snow.
All right. James has things to
Still.
say, so you say your things.
Okay, Chiefs fans, listen, and I want you to listen fucking closely, okay? I don't want to hear a single iota of a fucking complaint about the refs. Y'all get so many flags given to you,
So money.
then the one time they don't throw them for you, it's the end of the world and the refs are working against you. Pat Mahomes was inbounds when he got hit. Shut up. He was inbounds. Both of his feet were inbounds. He can get hit. It's legal. I get it. He's your franchise quarterback, but I don't really care. He was inbounds. It was legal. The pass interference, I'll give you that one if you want to cry about it. But think back to the Jets game when the flag didn't get thrown until after the interception. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how you guys complain and cry about the flags and oh my god, the refs are against us. The refs have worked for you since Patrick Mahomes became a thing. Stop. You got beat fair and square. The officiating sucks across the NFL. It has for the last 2 years. You guys get away with so much shit. I don't want to hear your boo-hoos and poor me's about the flags, and I don't want to hear it about the refs. You guys lost that game. Jordan Love outplayed Patrick Mahomes. End rant. Full stop. It's done. Stop crying. No one feels bad for you.
I agree. And this
Feel
kind of
better.
harkens back. Was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago that I went on my referees rant?
Last week.
It was last week after the Buffalo Bills game,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody deals with shitty refs. I mean, it's just, you gotta shut the fuck up about it. NFL fans are fucking insufferable. Everybody, the league is for your rival and they're against you, and fucking shut the fuck up. They're just shitty refs. They're just shitty refs. Get over it. Be better than the calls. At the end of the day, I was brought up through football and through every sport to say officials are human. We shouldn't play a game where that matters. You should play a game where it doesn't matter what the calls are. You win the fucking game. So play better. Moving on, the finale of the week. James's fucking Bearcats winning out over the actual Cats. No, I'm kidding. Bengals are Tigers and Jaguars are Jaguars. Yeah, Houday wins, goes into Duval, goes into the 904, plucks out a dub despite Going against the odds, Jaguars probably lose Trevor Lawrence for at least a couple weeks. So they're saying he might be active Sunday, but that'd be fucking stupid. You're not going to lose that division, so I don't know why you would risk it.
Yeah. But Jake Browning have a day. 32 of 37, 354 and a tutty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Joe Mixon
can't ask for more.
Joe Mixon with 2 tutties and Jamar Chase with a fucking day too. 11 receptions, 149 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, it was overall. I mean, if you just took the stats and didn't put names on it, you would assume that was a Joe Burrow run Cincinnati offense.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
They look good.
I
also just want to mention what a class act Trey Hendrickson is. Dude's an animal on the field. But he was pushing the lineman back that stepped on Trevor's ankle.
And he apologized, right?
Immediately, he helped Trevor up. Trevor took 2 steps and then dropped down to his knee. Trey Hendrickson took his helmet off, dropped to a knee, and said a prayer for him right there. Nothing. Nobody around him was doing it. He did it on his own. Just who he is as a guy. And I think that deserves some recognition.
Recognition? I like that.
Deserves some recognition in and of itself.
I'm going to make that a hashtag on Twitter to get the fucking Michigan fan base all riled up for the Alabama game. Be like, we need some recognition. Sorry, that was
somebody's going to call you a fucking loser.
That was a sincere thing that you said, and I ruined it. But
yeah, no, just so you know, if you do try and get that going, there's going to be a podcast you may have heard of, and these listeners most definitely have heard of, calling you a fucking loser the whole time you're doing it. So just so we're aware,
James,
that'll be me. Yes.
Do you know who the biggest loser is, though? Ohio State.
Patriots fan.
So 3 straight years,
Love
bud.
that.
Until that fucking ends, shut the fuck up. Moving on. Week 14. The Thursday night Prime Video matchup is the Patriots and the Steelers.
Oh my God.
And just to show you how low the Patriots are, and I eat this up. This is my milk for my cereal. The fucking Steelers are 6-point favorites. I don't think the Steelers have won a game by 6 points all year.
They won.
Not to mention they're at home.
They won 16-10.
So they're 3-point
not
favorites.
2 weeks ago.
All right, they get 1. Other than that, you got 16-10, 23-19. First of all, isn't that the thing from Monsters Inc? 23-19.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
20-16. They did win a game by 7. How did they beat the Ravens? Be honest, I don't get it.
Any given Sunday.
They've won by 4, 5, 7, 7, 4, 4, and 6. And then they've lost. They've really lost. 30-7, 30-6, 20-10. They have a close one with the Browns, 13-10, and then they lose 24-10 to the Cardinals. Like they might lose by 30. Because they play shit teams like shit.
I'm honestly I feel like they shouldn't even put that on TV.
I know. If I'm Amazon, I'm kind of pissed.
Didn't we just say that about the Bears-Panthers game?
Bears-Panthers game was terrible football.
Right, I know.
Like they have Carrie Underwood singing "I've been waiting all day for a Sunday night."
But it's on Thursday night. At least on Thursday night we get Marshawn Lynch.
They just need to open it with
honestly, all the primetime games this week are kind of ass. There's no Sunday night game.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not. Oh yeah,
Eagles,
there is. It's Eagles Cowboys. Sorry, they put it at the top. I don't know why. Usually the primetime game's at the bottom.
Because it's your favorite team.
Yeah, because the Eagles are your team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
2 Monday night games for no
Yeah.
reason at the same time, different networks. It's fine. I thought the whole point of Monday night games was to get all your eyes on one game and drive up your
Yeah, but
viewership. But hey,
ESPN isn't losing. Disney owns ABC and ESPN. So they did double their
okay, but
viewership.
what's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah,
What do you
why
mean?
put 2 games on a Monday night at the same time? That's like having
Because they can.
2 Sunday night games.
Because who wants to watch the Packers and the Giants, and who wants to watch the Dolphins and the Titans? I'll give you the answer. Nobody wants to watch those games, but at least they can fucking have 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have Bills Sunday at 4:25.
Imagine having a week
Like,
where you have the Bills and the Chiefs, the Broncos and the Chargers playing each other.
Seahawks 49ers.
Seahawks 49ers. And your primetime
Who's
games are
next?
Patriots Steelers. Broncos, sorry. Titans, Dolphins, Packers, Giants. The only one that's worth it is Eagles, Cowboys. Like NBC won. NBC won by getting that matchup because that's for the division. Winner of that game. I mean, if it's the Cowboys, they go ahead. But if the Eagles win that game, that's the division. It's over. So that's a hell of a game that they get, and then the rest we get fucking cold porridge on Monday night when we could have had Bills Chiefs.
Not to mention Thursday nights, just garbage.
Thursday night, and the only thing even keeping me semi interested on Thursday night is the fact that Prime has that like Prime focused coverage thing that they do where you get to like see the plays unfold. I like that shit. Other than that,
Yeah.
Prime Vision. It's called Prime Vision. But all right, let's dive into the old pickaroonies. Cowboys, or no, sorry. Steelers and Pats. Who's everybody got?
Steelers.
I have to go Steelers. Like, I can't in good conscience pick the fucking Patriots.
No, I know. I'm with you. Even though I said I wouldn't be shocked if they did lose because they've gotten the brakes beat off them by shitty opponents. I can't. I am confident the Steelers can put up like a 10 or a something, and with how anemic the Patriots offense has looked, like there's no way they're going to score more than 10. So.
Can we just be thankful that the Patriots and Panthers don't play each other this year?
Yeah, we should be thankful for that, even though the Panthers will probably win.
Yeah, well, they'd be fighting for the number 1 overall pick, but then again, the Panthers gave that to the Bears for no reason. So
right. Bucks Falcons in Atlanta. Atlanta 2.5-point favorite.
So that's just a swing game. Give me
I'm gonna go Bucks.
ATL.
James.
I'm going Bucks on this one.
Okay. Moving on up. Lions at the Bears. Detroit favored by 3. So Detroit favored by 6.
No, Detroit favored by 3. The Bears are at home. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Mental math is not on my
great
side tonight.
Math in general isn't your strong suit.
I think the Lions is the obvious choice. No.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't think.
Yeah.
Everybody's going Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The Colts at the Bengals. And 2 weeks ago, I would have been really confident in this pick, and now I'm not. So.
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I might take the fucking Cats, too.
All day, all day.
I'm not.
He's going to ride Minshew.
Riding him.
I
Back to Minshew mania.
Fucking spelled it Begnals. Almost better.
Give me the Bagnalls.
Jags at the Browns, probably without Trevor Lawrence. I want to put an asterisk there because I'm not actually, because Trevor Lawrence is going to play like shit. So. Browns.
I think at this point you have to sit Trevor Lawrence, make sure he's healthy.
Right.
So that being said, I'm going to go
He's got a high
Browns.
ankle sprain, so yeah, give me the Browns.
You want him ready for playoffs. So I gotta go Browns here.
Panthers at the Saints.
Saints. Don't even just Saints.
Saints.
Division game.
Yeah. Don't give a fuck.
Texans at the Jets. Texans could score more
Texans,
points than the
yep.
Jets can.
Yep.
Even if they are weakened,
It just said
they're not that weakened.
no.
Rams at the Ravens. Low key spicy, but you know how I am about West Coast teams coming East Coast. It's 1 o'clock kickoff. Matt Stafford's not great outdoors. Ravens.
Ravens for me.
Run it.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Ravens.
I'm running it with you.
He's saying same.
Okay. Well, sometimes he's like, "Run it, Matt Stafford's gonna fucking."
No, if I've got a hot take like that, you'll know.
Vikings at the Raiders. Jettas is coming back.
Oh, then
Vikings.
it's Carmel Mr. Clean all day.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings too. Seahawks Niners. San Francisco favored by 10.5, which feels fair, but man, divisional games. I don't know. You gotta.
I feel like the Seahawks are cooled off and they're playing at what we expected them to be coming into the season. So I'm going to take Niners here.
Yeah, I am too.
Bang bang Niner gang.
I am too, but I would love see the Seahawks just end that shit.
Yeah, I'm still going 49ers though.
Bills at the Chiefs. I want to go Bills here. The Chiefs have looked bad. And the Bills...
It's funny that you say that because I am going Buffalo here.
Yeah.
Backs against the wall.
And I
they
think
play the Chiefs well during the regular season.
And I think Josh Allen has been the best I've seen him with this new coordinator. I mean, since Dable left, he's looked good and confident, hasn't made stupid mistakes. Bills.
You meant Dorsey, but yeah.
What?
Dable's been gone.
It was...
But no, I meant...
He was saying Dorsey the offensive coordinator.
I'm saying he's played the best since Dable left. Like, he's playing the best now since
Dable
Dable left.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
all right, yeah. I misunderstood you. My bad.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's run it with the Bills.
Yeah, dude. Buffalo. I have a weird fondness in my heart for the Bills. Not the fans, but the Bills. Broncos at the Chargers. I'm gonna go Broncos. I don't have any faith in the Chargers. I'm sorry.
Same as these.
I do.
Yeah, of course you do.
Bolt up, baby.
Monday night, Titans at the Dolphins. Dolphins are gonna win by 50.
True.
James?
I think they could put up 70 again this game.
Okay.
Give me the Fins.
I was like, I know you're not going to give me some spiel about why you're going to pick the Titans right now.
No. I think Tyreek Hill could reach 2,000
just in that one game.
Monday night, yeah.
600 yards. 6 touchdowns.
All of them are 100-yard touchdown passes. Packers
going into MetLife.
And leaving with a dub.
Yeah. That was good.
As much as I love Tommy DeVito.
No way.
I was like, dude, Tommy DeVito, like, they just beat fucking Patrick Mahomes. I don't care.
Right. As much as I love Tommy DeVito, that's never going to happen.
Fucking Tommy Cutlets ain't it. Not this week.
And it's one of those things where It's not like you could even be like, well, it's going to be cold and it could snow because it don't fucking matter.
Well, the Saturday games start.
Week 15?
Yeah, the Bengals get a Saturday game.
Yep.
Against the fucking
Oh, shit.
against the Minnesota Vikings.
They play
Oh.
Carmel Mr. Clean again.
Why did you just sound Scottish?
I don't know.
Because it's the Vikings.
It was
The Vikings.
It was Highland, Wisconsin.
All
It's
that
the
is
fucking
Canada White.
Vikings.
Minnesota. Dude, 2 weeks from now is a massive week. You got Vikings Bengals, which the Vikings and Bengals will both be fighting for playoff positions in their respective conferences. You got Steelers Colts, who are fighting for playoff positions. You got Broncos Lions, with the Lions trying to keep division in hand. You got fucking Dolphins are gonna we might see Tyreek Hill break the record in these next 2 weeks because they're playing the Jets, but the Jets have a good defense, so maybe not. What else you got? You got Cowboys, Bills, Ravens, Jaguars, and Eagles, Seahawks. That's a pretty good week.
They did it right this week. That week 15, they did it right with the scheduling.
Yeah, they got.
That's good scheduling.
America's game of the week is going to be Cowboys, Bills. Sunday night, Ravens, Jaguars. Monday night, Eagles, Seahawks. And then Saturday, they have all the games are split up, so you can watch all of those. And then even the Chargers and Raiders isn't a terrible Thursday night matchup. I mean, we've had worse ones. I mean, at least Justin Herbert's fun to watch.
At least the Panthers aren't in prime time.
I don't think they'll ever be in prime time.
They should be forced not to be in prime time for at least 2 years.
Right. All right, boys. Well, that concludes it. What did we learn today?
Oh fuck! The following week I have 3 Monday games, but then I realized it's Christmas, so they have 1.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a good week of football. You got the Bengals again, week 16. You got Bengals, Steelers, Bills, Chargers on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And on Sunday, you got your
Giants, Eagles.
regular slate of games. You got your 4s.
I'll be at that.
And then
Texans-Browns
your 8
game.
o'clock. And then Monday, you have 3 games.
Oh, Ravens, Niners. Ooh, that's spicy.
Yeah. So that week, you have football Thursday night.
Thursday,
Pretty
Saturday,
much.
Sunday, Monday, all day.
Yeah. Saturday, the 4:30 game is the first game, but yeah.
and or no, following week. That last week is 17. Yeah, week 17.
No more Mondays.
We get no more Mondays, but that's when the bowls start. That Monday is
Yeah.
that Monday is all the big bowls, the New Year's 6.
Mhm.
All right, well, what did we learn?
I learned that you're going to give Houston a shot. You're going to try and see what it has to offer you.
It's true. Nico?
I don't even really have anything.
Didn't learn nothing. All we talked about.
Not when I have to listen to James for an hour and a half.
It's fair.
Yeah, let's be honest, it's closer to 2 hours. An hour 10, he said. An hour 10.
I learned
2 hours
that
later.
the Islanders are a dumpster fire.
Well, we knew that.
I didn't think they were that bad.
Yeah.
10-7-7, but they're 4-3-5 at home.
Yeah, it's their decision to pay Jack Campbell that much money.
The Islanders?
Oh, I'm thinking the Oilers. My bad.
I was like, they're orange and blue, buddy, but they're on opposite sides of the continent.
Right. Who are their goalies? Is it
Tomas Hertl had 3 goals.
Sorokin?
At tricky. Yeah, Ilya Sorokin's their goalie here. Not a great year for him, considering he was a Vezina candidate last year.
No.
And I say
Right.
that as if Igor didn't just give it fucking 5 against. You know.
Yeah, and
I also
didn't he-
learned
dude,
that
you know who
he
their
gave
back?
up 5 against Buffalo too, right?
You know who their backup is?
It's Cam, isn't it?
Oh, the backup
No.
is Semyon Varlamov, baby.
Hey, my boy!
Dude, you want to hear something crazy?
What a save!
He was born before the fall of the Soviet Union, so his birthplace is Kuybyshev, USSR.
solid.
Varlamov?
Yeah, he was born in 88.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's fair.
That's fucking wild. He's a literal.
Huh.
So the Islanders are a dumpster fire. Fuck you, don't ever talk shit. Even the Devils, dude, 11, 10, and 1. Like, what a difference, man. They came into this year just talking a whole bunch of shit, and I just learned that they're not fucking good. And that Lindy Ruff maybe isn't a great coach. Maybe last year was a fluke. Who knows? I mean, they could be just doing what the Rangers did, which is shit their pants after a good year, but
I have a friend who's a Devils fan, and after that game that the Rangers played against the Devils, all I sent him was a gif of Panarin doing the leg kick,
he lost his mind.
and I didn't hear from him for 4 days.
Wow. Salt. See, I don't get it.
Did you
Maybe I'm just not that kind of fan, but
do like a welfare check on that, or?
Yeah, no, I saw him at the bowling alley on the following Thursday, and I go, "What's the matter? You didn't like my message?" And he goes, "I got so many of those, I just ignored all of you."
Yeah, but they're the thing is they're the first ones to talk shit. I always point
Oh,
that
I
No,
out.
it's not true.
I watched the
Penguins are-
entirety. I watched every single playoff game with him last year. So trust me, I heard it all.
Like, I get so angry because my friends always fucking text me, and I never text them. Like, obviously, you got
Right.
Brittany's a big time Bruins fan. I didn't fucking say shit. Like, I'm not going to. But then every time that the Rangers falter or the fucking Eagles falter, it's fucking I always get a fucking comment, and I'm like, dude, I leave you motherfuckers alone. Leave me alone. Just let me wallow.
Yeah.
I'm angry enough
Right.
at myself for making the decision to be a fan of this fucking shit team. Okay, I don't need you on me. 18-5-1.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I agree. 18-5. Yeah.
It's like when you're friends with me
It's-
text you,
Cyborg
talk
James
shit
is
to him,
coming out
even
again.
though he has no idea what the fuck is going on.
What'd you say, Terminator?
Beep more, beep more, beep more. I said I know what that's like because I'm friends with fucking Nico, who texts me every time one of my teams doesn't do good, even though he's a fucking Syracuse Orange fan. Like, fuck you.
Not anymore.
Stop talking. Oh, sorry. You recently switched to Oregon
Not anymore.
just in time for them to lose in their conference championship.
Oh, I've always only been a Syracuse fan for basketball.
They
Right.
beat Cornell tonight.
Yeah, they should.
They did. 81-70.
Oh, that's all I know about college basketball because it showed up. I don't watch college basketball.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Remember to follow us on X,
Basketball in general.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Short Fat Bald Pod. Also, tell your friends, share the podcast, leave a review. Everything helps. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna leave a little commento, a little poll, not poll, but like questionnaire at the end of each of these podcasts. The next couple of weeks, we've got our extravaganza coming up. We're gonna be building a studio, and we're gonna be having our bonus episode where we just kind of like shoot the shit and have fun. We're looking for topics to discuss, little games to play. So if you have anything to say, feel free to make a comment and give us an idea, because our content is your content. And we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we're all living in Dubland and we're real happy. And yeah, it's almost Christmas.
I won't be, but
No, you won't. But you're a Giants fan. You gave up what, week 3?
yeah. I give up on watching football when hockey season starts. So week 5.
Right. All right then. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bang, bang, night, gang.
Fire starter, see the light. be free.